Okay, the check still can't reach it.
We got through the process, 9 basic clocks, I figured it last time.
All right, we're on recording.
Recording.
Yep.
Welcome everyone, please join the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hello, everyone. Great to see everybody's smiling face. Except Chuck's. I take it you're smiling, Chuck. Make a motion to approve the manifest dated November 30th, 2023 in the amount of $98,011.03. Second. Moved and seconded, all in favor? Aye. Make a motion to approve the work session minutes dated November 10th. Second. Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve the mandatory contractors meeting minutes dated November 14th. Second. Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the vehicle work session on November 14th. Not that there were many. Second. Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
And make a motion to approve the selectmen's minutes dated November 14th. Second. Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Right. We don't have any appointments, right? We didn't have anything in the mail. You got anything you want to bring up?
The only thing is just a reminder that, right now, our office, the board of selectmen office will be closed Thursday. Michelle and I will be in the training. Depending on the situation, I don't know.
This coming Thursday?
This coming Thursday, November 30th. Yep.
How people gonna get their paychecks?
We'll plan something out for that, so that
Okay.
way, I didn't even think of that, but we will set something up for those who come in and grab.
Okay. Chris, you got anything?
Yeah, a couple of things is, speaking of the paychecks, is there any further discussion and you guys talk about the going back to weekly as opposed to bi-weekly?
The last discussion I know we had was, the fact of direct deposit seems to be, a little bit more, more to do. So to do it weekly, it may add to the workflow. But I think that was the last we really left it off at. Due to the day and the time we have to get it in for Elaine to prove it, or sorry, approve it. It just becomes a little.
Plus the manifest has to be signed every week.
The manifest that can sign every week, which I don't think that was the biggest thing. I think it was more direct deposit and how.
It was the time, but the biggest thing is also having a conversation with Elaine, whether or not that would create a hardship for her or not, being the
Correct.
treasurer and or the deputy treasurer. Has that conversation happened?
Yes.
Yes, and that was the part of the direct deposit. If there was an issue, then it'd be delayed like another day and it would just be.
She was, I mean, I wasn't involved with that conversation and she was totally against going weekly. It would just put a lot more work on the treasurer.
I didn't know that there was more work in the direct deposit than it was just to take the checks.
Yeah, Chuck.
Yeah.
Lenny, when we checked on it a few years ago, there's also an increased cost for the town from a bank charge standpoint. When you go to weekly, it's done bi-weekly. So it will be an increased cost for the whole process of the system. If you go to weekly.
Yeah, I think the only increased cost would be the price of the check. That would all not be the only increased cost.
Wouldn't it be more also increased with the treasurer? I mean, Michelle's work and all that, but she has to do additional work versus bi-weekly versus weekly.
Well, she's here.
We
So-
did that because where it is like where it's bi-weekly, he does 2 weeks worth of bills and everything in that one.
Right.
So it could, I mean, yeah, it'd be a manifest every week, but it'd be a smaller one compared to 2 weeks.
And we could still have this conversation with deputy and treasurer and us and Michelle. everybody sat down. Go over that.
I agree.
I just. I mean, no offense, but we still sign corrected manifest, so I mean, it's nothing for me to have to skip down here at lunchtime to sign a manifest on an off week of meetings, whatever, but. I don't wanna try to solve one problem for a couple of people and create an issue and a financial burden on the town for, more people. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, Chris, would it help though, let's say Elaine, Dave and everybody, we all sit down and they explain the situation.
Yeah, go over the pros and cons and
Yeah.
everything.
When we get a chance, obviously, we're all very busy to give this time of year, so.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I've received several emails, text messages, phone calls. And obviously, there's all kinds of stuff over social media, but our first snowstorm and plowing, and my responses have ranged from trying to be as diplomatic as I possibly can to being as impatient as I possibly can be, as everybody knows. It wasn't that many years ago, all in our times, that everybody that's in this room, with the exception of maybe you, that we wouldn't have even gone out in a storm that small. Not too many years ago. So there's a learning curve to everything, and we will be sitting down just to work out some of the kinks. I.e. the hours of the library, transfer station, things of that nature, and the priorities of which things get taken care of, but it's a shame that the contractor and the Board of Selectmen in the town had to be browbeat so bad over a 3-inch snowstorm like we did. In my opinion, is completely unacceptable. The fact that the waste management truck got stuck on a little bit of a rise is unfortunate, but at the same time, that was a scheduling problem that could have been avoided had they followed the schedule that they're supposed to be on, which is be here on Tuesday, not Wednesday. That would have never happened. We wouldn't have had that conversation. So there's a lot of things that go into that, but we are going to be meeting with the contractor. We hope to have done that this evening, but we're gonna do it tomorrow instead, tomorrow afternoon, so we'll iron out those issues as tomorrow at that work session. And that's all I have right now, I guess.
Well,
There's something from-
I'm all set.
you know, set. I don't have anything, but under the business, we received the summer road bids and the paving bids for Right Field Road. On the summer road bids, we've compared them, and we've come down to consensus that we'll award the bid to Evans Brothers for the summer roads from January 2024 to December 31st, 2026. I make that motion. We'll vote on it just to make it official. So do I hear a second?
I'll second.
It's moved and seconded to award Evans Brothers the contract. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the Right Field Road paving project, I make a motion, I think we're all in agreement to go with GMI asphalt. For bid for $206,356.50.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, keep that out of the way. And Dave, you wanna go over the
Warrants,
warrants?
the 4901 money, I'd say we just hold off on that one till the January meeting, because we did a little more than that. But the only one we had on there is, we know we want Dryfield.
Yeah.
4901, we know we want the antenna repeater on it, and obviously you're gonna have the operating budget on it. We know those three are definites, and there may be some others, like a petition warrant article may have to go on there.
Yeah.
And maybe some others that you think, so I suggest that we just hold off of this one until, January meeting,
Okay,
if you're okay with that.
yep,
JT brought was in here early and brought it. Yeah, go ahead. You were.
No, by all means, go for it. I met with Chuck on Saturday,
and went over the, great work that's being done in the library and town hall. And the concerns that may or may not arise with the antenna and stuff, so we talked to JT. JT is gonna get us all the information that he possibly can. And some sort of, if he can find any pictures or whatever, or what they were able to look like, so we can run that up the flagpole with, L-chip to make sure that that is gonna be okay before we even, as I told him, I said, if they're gonna swap any design or any equipment plan that could be up there, if they have an issue with it, we won't want to jeopardize any of the work we currently already have going on there in the interest of this. So if it jeopardize that, then we may want to hold off altogether on that warrant article. So he's gonna try to get that information to us as soon as possible.
Yeah, and if we don't know in time, anytime on the town floor, we can obviously give that information and suggest that we do not approve it.
And he did verify that that channel is just for their personal use.
Yeah.
Tonight.
So we know we're probably gonna have some more, at least a couple, maybe. And we're gonna have to get the final amount for the operating budget in there, so wait till January, I think is prudent on that, if you guys are good with that.
Okay.
I'll recommend the committee next week.
Okay.
And 4915. These are our normal ones that we have. The writtens are in the back, I mean, it's basically the same wording that we've been using, there's some usage has been changed. The only difference there is, because we're not using so much of the unsigned fund balance like we did for Green Mountain, we want to use some of that to pad some of our trust funds. So the fire truck equipment went up, and the town on bridges finally started getting funded like the one. If you guys are in agreement that still gives us the opportunity, I'll remind you, in January, before we finalize this, if we come up with something, we can reduce that and change that to a different figure if we need to, if you're comfortable. But the number that we came up with, even at the budget committee meeting, was 186.5 is what we're comfortable using. And that's what you'll see in these next two budget sheets, use of the unassigned fund balance for 186.5.
Do you want us to vote on these?
Yeah, if you're good with it,
Yeah.
because these are not gonna
Yeah,
change.
we've already been over this once. But
And we can change these again, Lenny, too,
Right.
if we need to in
Yeah.
January, but I mean,
You say
I think these are good.
Thought we already voted on that.
No, we were
No.
just discussion last time.
Oh,
all right, I make a motion, to approve 4915 capital reserve funds in the amount of $141,500.
second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
And then on 16. Pretty much standard, the only difference is we put some additional money in.
The fire department.
Into the fire department equipment fund, which is like we use 48 more into that. And again, we can move that around if we need to come in January.
Yeah.
But it's a suggestion. I mean, we know that there's some things coming up on the fire trucks that we're gonna need some stuff.
Okay, I make a motion to approve 4916 expendable trust funds in the amount of $81,000.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I get a copy of this.
Dave, while you're here, we had a question arise earlier. We got a bill for aquatic plant stuff, just as a reminder, so you can take a note. Unless you already told them.
I have not yet.
The truck fund payments, that usually the money that gets transferred from the supervisors, that usually happens in December, right?
We usually request it in December, yep.
So what was?
We can request it earlier, Chris, too, if we need to, I mean, but the trustees usually want us to do it all at once.
Yeah, come in.
I can only say, I'll take it.
Chris. They're asking for additional funds?
Yeah, 3,000 something. I don't know what happened, we don't know. We couldn't gather it.
I mean, we've already,
The
there's
spent,
already been a charge, I mean, if you look at your budget to actual, I think it was around 2,600. So, they've already,
Well, there was 1,300 and something
Yeah,
taken out of the fund.
Out of the aquatic line.
1463.
Yeah, 14.
1463, okay, so they've already hit it for that.
Yeah, they got another 3,000 something bill. And you only have. $2,500 left in 4611.
Yeah, how much do we have in the trust fund? Because we haven't been using it every year.
Oh, so that may be it, oh, that's where, so that's a town report thing, right?
Because we haven't
Could be
put the
anything.
2,500 in there for this year yet either, when you look at the trust fund.
Right, that's why I asked about that.
So did the money come from the trust fund?
Huh?
Should the money come from the trust fund?
I have the amount, yeah.
I mean, to pay this bill. We'll have to pull the money out of the trust fund.
Oh, yeah, we got, yeah, let me look what's in the trust fund right now, aquatic.
Yeah.
$15,680, not counting the 2,500 we're putting in there, so we've got money in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that show the withdrawal out of it?
No, there is no withdrawal so far this year,
Oh, it shows it on the budget actuals coming out of the,
out of the 2,500 that we've got budgeted. We've got 2,500 budgeted on.
right,
Right,
but they showed it coming out of the trust fund.
Yeah. The 1463.
Yeah.
$1,463 left.
Yeah, yes. Paid. From the capital reserve funds.
Budgeted 2,500, right?
Doesn't it
Yes.
say? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we budgeted 25, it hasn't gone in yet.
Yeah, it hasn't gone into the trust fund.
Right.
So they'll be pulling out about
49.15.
4,500 is what they'll be pulling out.
4915 to actual 3.
So with that second bill that we received today, we have more than enough.
Oh, yeah, we got 1,580 plus the 25 we're gonna put in, and then they're gonna pull out the 45.
So
But if we only budget 25. That's a significant amount more than what we budgeted.
we should ask her.
Yeah, we could actually increase that if she needs to, but normally she's been wanting to keep enough to do one invasive plant, which is 10 grand. Is what we estimated when we sat down with her. We wanna have at least 10 grand on hand before actually going in and cutting and clearing of it. And we knew we were over that, because we hadn't been taking it, some years we've been sucking it up just from the general fund, not requesting it from the trust fund. So we probably just wanna reach out to Emily again and make sure she's comfortable with the trust fund. Being down at roughly
10 grand.
12. About 12,000. After this withdrawal, is that sufficient? And then we'll be putting 2,500 again in next year. Is that sufficient for us? So that will put her up. Take it to like 14,500. We'd have like 14,500 next year. Is that sufficient?
So we're just, Caitlin, make sure the bill goes to against the trust fund.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thanks.
got anything else, Dave?
No, just the budget meeting, we got 3 presenters. So I asked them, try to keep it at 10 minutes, but you know how that goes, we all
Yeah.
do. And I expect probably 2 are just gonna show up like last year. Even though I asked them so I could schedule them. So we'll probably end up with like 5 presenters, so I expect that's gonna take us at least an hour.
That's Tuesday.
Get through that, and then we'll go through all the budget stuff, so that one usually drags on for at least 2 hours.
Well, it's just nonprofit section, right?
Yeah, because we already pulled the other stuff back for the last meeting,
Right.
so that's all we got.
And that's next Tuesday.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Okay. I'll open it up, public comment. Anybody has anything?
It's gotta be a reason why you're here and you're not sitting next to him.
I know. I'm that head cold, so we're kind of like. We've already contaminated each other, I mean,
I'll
it's
teach
over.
you to go Christmas shopping again.
Even drove their own vehicle.
I know.
I was gonna call you, Chuck, say you were going Christmas shopping, I wear extra large. Nobody has anything? I know you want a non-public, so if nobody has anything, I'll make a motion to go into. Non-public under RSA 91A 3(2)A personnel.
Will we be doing anything after that?
I don't plan on it. Yeah. That.
Don't fly, like.
That's a definite.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Siemens, aye.
We should have asked, did we have anybody on Zoom?
We have one.
Did
Did they
they
have a
want to say
question?
anything?
They have not reached out saying they wanted to.
Okay, all right.
You sign those, Lenny?
Yeah.
I'll leave those on your chair, Caitlin.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I know.
They done chipping?
No. You me?
Make a motion, come out of non-public,
Second,
moved and seconded, all in favor?
Siemens, aye.
Aye. And I don't think there's any need to seal the minutes.
No, Sue?
No. I don't know why she needs them public for that.
Like I said, I have this one person on that
Maybe they've chimed in if anything.
I haven't admitted them yet, so I'm here.
No. If not, we're gonna. Call it quits.
They are on now, so if they want, I don't know, Leanne, if you wanna say something. Yeah. Leanne, yes, Leanne Leonard is what I have.
Yeah. Yeah, if she's got something she wants to. Talk about, let her in, but. If not, we're gonna go home.
It's the first time we've been done this early.
Okay.
I have not seen anything yet, so I wonder if she was just hopping on for the meeting.
Okay. Well, I'll entertain the motion.
Make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Second it, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.